I was recently watching a video for one of my favourite Jurassic World YouTubers, Marco Makes. Then I had an idea about how accurate the Rebirth toys are. Now you might be thinking the Jurassic World dinosaurs are not based off of the real life counterparts, and you would be correct, but the dinosaurs I'll be comparing in this video are not based off of the Rebirth movie. Well, we don't know for sure till trailer 2 comes out, and if a dinosaur on my list does appear in the movie, I will take back what I'm going to say about the figure, but for now, we don't know. So this is how it will work. For example, the real life counterpart will be on the left and the figure on the top right. And the arrows mean, for example, where it says accurate tail, and it also says accurate tail on the real life version on the left. It means something good about the figure, but it does not mean an individual point that goes to the final rating of the figure, which will be at the top left, but is currently covered up. So let's get started. So here we have the Strike Attack Mattel Achillobata. Now the bottom left is the real life Achillobata. We can see it's a feathered dinosaur that resembles a Velociraptor but scaled up a bit more. Now the Mattel Achillobata, while it does have a accurate tail and the feathers on the arms, the overall sculpt is disappointing. The head sculpt doesn't get any points either. The head sculpt is, it doesn't look like an Achillobata either. At least they included the sickle claw, but overall the feathers are a bit misplaced and it's a bit of a crazy looking sculpt. Overall rating is a 3.2 out of 10. And the size of this Achillobata is accurate. Now we have the Beposaurus. Now the Beposaurus, on the top right is the Mattel one. The long claws are very nice. They're very Therizinosaurus-like, which I really like, and also accurate as well. We don't really have any feathering to this Beposaurus. The head sculpt is really nice. Obviously, the feathering would make it a bit more accurate, but the head sculpt, while it is nice, it resembles more of a Therizinosaurus. Now, there is no feathers on the tail, and the overall posture or proportions of this Beposaurus isn't the best. Therefore, it will get 6.2 out of 10. Next up, we have the Yanni. Now, the reason why I put another Yanni head at the bottom is because the other Yanni that I have on screen, the accurate Yanni, the head I don't really like. It doesn't really look it doesn't look accurate, so I put another Yanni head for another comparison. So the Mattel Yanni has a very nice head sculpt. I would give that probably a 10 out of 10 for the head sculpt. It has the feathering, which is good. The proportions, while they could be a bit better for the legs, is really good. The size of the figure is nice, and the paintwork looks really nice. The black could obviously be continued a bit down to the tail, but overall this is a very nice figure and looks very accurate. Therefore, a 9.3 out of 10. Now for the Archonomus, which is a dinosaur I really like. It is similar to the Gallimimus, but slightly different. And what they have made here, it's an abomination. It looks like a carnivore. It looks like some sort of velociraptor. Unless, if we don't see this in the movie and it doesn't look like this, then this figure's getting a 2.9 out of 10. It only has the feathers on the arm and the head is partially right. And the paint scheme is pretty lazy. Overall 2.9 out of 10. Let's just move on to the next one. Now is where things get good. Now, I was a bit judgmental with the Archonomus, but trust me, it will get a bit better. The Inostrania. Now, I've heard of this dinosaur before. In fact, it's not even a dinosaur. It's an animal, and a prehistoric animal, which is nice for Mattel to make. And I've heard of this before, and I never knew how to pronounce it, but the Inostrania. Hopefully, I got that right. This thing is great. The strike attack action feature, really nice. The teeth, on point. The head sculpt could be a little bit better, but honestly, there's nothing to fault. The paint scheme looks beautiful. The size of this thing is on point. I would only improve maybe the proportions, but then again, Mattel proportions have always been a bit big, the legs and feet especially. So overall, this is a 9 out of 10. It's really nice, especially the head sculpt. It just looks so good. And the color scheme, the orange, really nice. Now for the Nanotyrannus. Now, I've been waiting for a Nanotyrannus. We got I believe, a Sinotyrannus in the Dino Trackers line, and I've been waiting for a Nanotyrannus. Am I disappointed by this? No. The head definitely could be a bit more accurate, a bit more maybe elongated. The paint scheme is it's nice, but they really need to continue some of these down to the tail at least. The two fingers, the two claws, very nice. It's fairly accurate size. The Nanotyrannus was definitely maybe a bit bigger than a human. Overall, I don't really have much to say about this one, even though I've been waiting for it since maybe last year. I think it was last year. Yeah, I've been waiting for this, for a Nanotyrannus for a long time. Overall, it's a 5.9 out of 10. Next, we have the Toro of Anusties. Really nice. The color scheme on its own is at 8 out of 10. The head sculpt is perfect. The fins, one is bigger than the other. That's really nice. That's good. The The whole color scheme really nice, as I already said before. Actually, the size could be a bit bigger, but then again, if you made it wild raw sort of size of a Mattel figure, it wouldn't really go well. I think the Strike Attack / Frenzy Pack is a good size for this figure. Overall, it is a 9 out of 10. Why did I say 9 out of 10? I meant 9.9 out of 10. Now for the Edmonton, I don't really have anything to say because it's just really good. Maybe the spikes could be a bit shorter, but I have nothing to say. It's so good. The paint scheme, really nice. I'm going to give it the first 10 out of 10. Now, if you guys want a part 2, make sure to subscribe and comment down below what other dinosaurs you want to see me compare next or another video idea. Peace.